Mr. Adityanath sir, are you here? I think Adityanath sir is not here. Adityanath sir,
Just you can call him.
yes,
Oh,
yes,
he
I
must be.
think he is not available here. Okay, I just call him. Okay. Adityanath sir, here. सर बात हुई सर बात
नहीं।
राशि सर.
हाँ हाँ हाँ, कॉल कर रहे हैं वो।
अच्छा अच्छा. ओके. Welcome all participants on this event. Thank you for joining with us. और मैं आशा करता हूँ कि जितने भी पार्टिसिपेंट इस वेबिनार में शामिल हैं, जुड़े हुए हैं, वो बहुत सारी नॉलेज लेकर जाने वाले हैं यहाँ से. हमारे साथ आदित्यनाथ सर तो जुड़े हुए हैं. उसके अलावा स्वप्निल जी भी जुड़े हैं, जो ट्रांस न्यूरल टेक्नोलॉजी से जुड़े हैं. और उन्होंने भी बहुत सारा मतलब आईटी सेक्टर में बहुत काम किया है. डाटा साइंस के बारे में बहुत सारे अटैची है आईबीएम के साथ कोलैबोरेशन करके बहुत सारे बहुत सारे डाटा साइंस पर डिप्लोमा एंड एडवांस डिप्लोमा सर्टिफिकेट भी कराते हैं, ऑर्गेनाइज कराते हैं. तो उनसे हम लास्ट में बात करेंगे. तो फिलहाल तो हमारा जो कल का जो जो टॉपिक था उसी को हम कंटिन्यू करेंगे. आदित्यनाथ सर अभी हमसे जुड़ रहे हैं, कुछ टेक्निकल प्रॉब्लम की वजह से वो डिस्कनेक्ट हो गए हैं, अभी आने वाले थे. और जो लोग भी अ, जो लोग भी जो लोग भी लास्ट में कोई क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहते हैं रिगार्डिंग द डाटा साइंस एंड फ्यूचर एंड अपॉर्चुनिटीज़, तो वो या तो चैट में लिख सकते हैं, और लास्ट में हम लोग ज़रूर एक क्वेश्चन एंड आंसर सेशन को रखेंगे. और जो स्वप्निल जी हैं जो हमारे, तो सॉरी सर दैट आई हैव नॉट मेंशन योर पोस्ट हियर. I think you are right here. AGM, AGM, sir, sir, Swapnil AGM for this company. He is more talented regarding data sciences. जब उनका 2 दिन पहले जब हमने उनसे कुछ जानना चाहा, तो उन्होंने एकदम बहुत ही हर चीज़ को क्लैरिफाई किया. तो हमने सोचा कि इतने एक्सपीरियंस बंदे को क्यों ना हम अपनी कॉन्फ्रेंस में बुलाया जाए, और सब लोग इससे बहुत ज़्यादा बेनिफिट उठाएं. तो मोस्ट वेलकम सर, आपका बहुत ज़्यादा थैंक यू जुड़ने के लिए. और बाद में अपने जो एक्सपीरियंस है वो शेयर करेंगे। सर हमारे रिसोर्स पर्सन आदित्यनाथ जी, सर थोड़ा सा
मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
प्रॉब्लम है। हाँ सर, वो जुड़ चुके हैं। जी सर, आ रही है आवाज़ आपकी सर। मोस्ट वेलकम, यू आर मोस्ट वेलकम इस वेबिनार। तो सर वो आपका चेहरा सर थोड़ा सा नहीं दिख रहा है सर, प्लीज़ थोड़ा अपने कैमरे को रोटेट कर दीजिए सर प्लीज़। थोड़ा सा चेहरा एक्चुअली ना, हाँ अब थोड़ा दिख रहा है ना। उस टाइम एक्चुअली क्या होता है ना, आपका चेहरा एकदम नीचे चला जाता है। और सर आपके फेस पे ना लाइट बहुत पड़ रही है, तो लाइट पड़ने की वजह से ना तो आपका फेस एकदम बहुत वाइटिश वाइटिश दिख रहा है। तो प्लीज़ कोई लाइट अगर आप बंद कर देंगे तो फेस आपका एकदम क्लियर दिखेगा। तो आदित्यनाथ सर, अगर थोड़ी सी लाइट अगर आप कर देंगे तो ये एकदम, हाँ गुड, आइए। यस सर, यस सर, यस सर, इट इज़ टू गुड। तो हम लोग ऐसा करते हैं सर, अब लोग जुड़ रहे हैं, आ रहे हैं, तो हम वी शुड स्टार्ट नाउ ना। तो सर प्लीज़ कंटिन्यू सर। आदित्य सर प्लीज़
Okay,
कंटिन्यू।
okay. Thank you, Rafiq bhai. So thank you for all joining today as second part of this session. We had one part yesterday. In that part, we have covered some of the basic stuffs related to data science. Can everybody see my screen and I am audible?
Yes, you are. You are audible.
Okay. And you can see my screen as well, right?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. So this is what we covered yesterday. We understood what is data, what is information, and then we went through all those till what is data analytics, in which we give the data and we also give the formula and then we get the result. Then we moved ahead from data analytics to advanced data analytics, in which we talked about some machine learning and other advanced data analysis topic, in which we train our model, we train machine to give a rule. So we give data also and answer also, and based on that, we decide. We also give certain variables that are affecting from the variables from the data set that will be affecting our result outcome of the result. So and then the machine adds certain weightages to those variable and comes up with a formula and a rule. So that is what we saw yesterday, and this is not this is what we call predictive analytics. It is not 100% accurate, but we everybody, all the data scientists are working day in day night to make it closer to realistic. So that is the objective everybody is looking at, to fine tune their model. Best practices in statistics, all the algorithm they have learned in the statistics, and also train the data, use the sample. Data sampling is also very key. While you are training your model, you have to collect the training data so that it has all kind of variation. So that was that we saw yesterday, all the details about that, and these are certain keywords we came across during our discussion, and these are important keywords, and that will you can later explore these keywords and go to the details. And this is where we were yesterday. Uh, if 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 there is any question, we'll first try to take all those questions and then we'll move ahead with the today's topic.
I have one question, Aditya. Will
Yeah,
you,
please. Please.
because this is such an interesting topic and very widely researched and widely accessed one by all professionals, right? So the other day you were mentioning that you must have certain variables in data and domain knowledge also. So, for example, if we have the data in English language teaching, right? Right now we are dealing with so many different courses here in English department. Within the different courses, you have different papers under different semesters, right? And then there is a student data, there is a faculty data, there is a assessment data, and there are other publications done by faculty members, and they are doing their work in different areas. So how this can be brought into that kind of data analytical framework? I hope you follow my question.
Yeah, I understood. I
Yes.
understood your question.
Yes.
Now you have data that are scattered around various places.
Yes.
So we need to find those data points where they are lying,
Yes.
and if they are relevant, figure out how to capture them, so that if it is already some application where database is there, we can take it from database. If it is in some Excel form or some kind of semi-structured and some CSV or something, that also we can consume.
Yes.
If in worst case it is lying in some PDF document, Word document, then also we can retrieve, not to the perfection, but to an extent where we can cleanse it further. And that we do using pattern matching. We open the document, we write a program, open the document and go and search for certain pattern and find with the pattern, we find the pattern, get the next word. All algorithm we can write to fetch required data from some unstructured data. And then when we get all those data that we were talking about yesterday, and then put it into some warehouse, and from there we can generate any analytical report, whatever data we have, and we can generate what is going on in this faculty, which student has done what, or top 5 students, and all those things over the period, what is happening. That now that is simple data analytics over the 2 years, 3 years, what is the pattern, what kind of students we are enrolling, what kind of results we are getting, what kind of publications people are going in for, what kind of specialization students are going in for. So we can get to see some trend.
And that what I want to ask is very simple, that by doing this data analysis, there has to be one purpose, like what is the trend of publication, what is the trend of student enrollment.
That is your question.
Yes.
You are the consumer of
Yes.
the data. You need to define what exactly you want to monitor. What are the KPIs you want to focus on to see your department progress? There are 10 different KPIs you can define. What is
indicators?
Indicators. What is the success rate? What is the number of people that are, after doing masters, they are going for PhD? How many of those PhDs are getting recognized? How many of those people are getting publishing the papers? Those are the KPIs you can decide. And then now you have the data, and now since you know your KPI, your formula, how to do that, you have all the data in one place. You can very easily get those KPIs and publish your dashboard every day in the morning, or every week, or every month. This is in the English department. This is how our statistics, our record looks like. And instead of going here and there and trying to figure out what was this, you have everything at one place, at a tip of a button, and then you generate the report. Sometimes like a cricket board, or you see the scorecards, right? So there is a dashboard.
And probably this is what NAC is. And probably this is what NAC is doing for the university.
Yeah.
Right.
So they have all the data.
And this is what NAC is doing for all the universities. They take
they have all the data.
Different,
they have all the data. And
I think they are doing the same.
Yes, they are doing the same.
That is the same procedure they follow, because yes, I think that, and at the department level, this also can be done.
Yeah, you can do. Which department is doing a better job?
Yes.
Universities have 50 departments. We are enrolling students, 50 students in each department. And how we
Okay.
measure that the professors in this department are doing a better job than the professors in the other department.
Okay. Okay.
How we measure the success rate. There should be
Fine.
some KPI on the
Very
basis of which we measure, and then using that measure we can promote them and give them incentive
okay.
that you did a better job. I mean, we have a data to prove that.
Okay.
Okay,
That's
so
all.
this is
Thank you.
how the result. Now this is still we are doing what is data is already there, and we are doing reporting on that. And we also talked about something different also. That is what we can also predict now. Now we have a good quality of data, 10 years of AMU's data of English department. We can
Yes.
predict this year how many we are expecting, how many PhD people enrolling in PhD.
True.
And because we have the data, we can write some algorithm, seeing the nature of the data, seeing the pattern, and we can come up with the number that may not be accurate, but it will be very close. And we can then prepare ourselves. If we are expecting that we have 10 PhD scholars will be coming, we can this year we can prepare ourselves so that we have enough manpower, infrastructure to support them.
True.
Not like people are enrolling and then they are coming and then we don't have enough classroom, we don't have enough professor who can support them. So this is how in the industry this is also sometimes we call forecast. We are forecasting. We are forecasting what will happen, and this is also prediction forecasting we do, and then we have been doing. This is not something new. We have been doing. There is an algorithm people do in Excel. They do. It is all about your algorithm. How good is your algorithm? Whether you write your own algorithm, you pick it from mathematics, you pick it from statistics. How good is your algorithm that is used to run on your historical data to see the pattern and predict? And these the best people, whoever has the best success rate, closer to the success, they are the better data scientists. And they are all the scholars who are doing the research work in statistics, sitting in the universities day and night, writing multiple algorithms and fine-tuning their model. They are the key person, and they are highly paid. And so that's why this field has become so important now, because now we are seeing a stiff competition in the market. And who wants to go first? People who will be first will always lead, and then the remaining others will keep following them.
True.
And so that is where they are trying to get an edge over the competitors by predicting, and then we see some significant sale will come from the Northeast region this quarter. We have already placed so many salespersons, outlets, and those. By the time my competitors will realize, we have already captured the market.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Now let's move on to is any other question anybody has before we move on today's topic? Okay. So let's move on. This is what I try to put everything. We call it a bird's eye view, like you see from the sky and take a picture, and this is how it looks like the entire thing we discussed yesterday. So if you see on this side of it, they are your source system. They are the actual system who are capturing the data. There may be, in any company, there may be some ERP, some financial system, some CRM, some external data, and there may be many such data sources. We talked about that yesterday. And then this is our source system. Then this is our warehouse, where we were extracting this data, transforming it, storing it in one place, and then so that each now data is coming from different. Each of them is a entire good system in itself, capable of doing best quality reporting for ERP, for finance. But at a corporate level, it is not good enough, because we need all the data together to talk to each other, to management to get a better picture of the entire health of the organization. That's why we needed all the data to come in the warehouse. And from the warehouse, we did the analytics. This is simple data analytics. So that, and after that, there is one more wing we talked about. We took the data from data warehouse and they run the predictive modeling here, model and prediction, and then came with forecast or prediction, and then presented the data to the management. So this is our recommendation, that this is what going to happen in next 3 months or 4 months, so better prepare for it. So this is a landscape. It's enterprise information, how the data flows inside the organization. Now, if you see I have separated this vertical line. This is data source, this is data warehouse, this is data analytics, and this is predictive data analytics or advanced data analytics. In the advanced data analytics, we have a lot of small different wings: machine learning, deep learning. We all talked about that in briefly yesterday. Now, the people, as we speak, each of these application is a very good application in itself. There is a data model inside it, there is a UI, everything, it is working very fine, and department is happy, customer is happy, there is no problem at all. So whoever is doing the designing of this, we call them data architect. And we are at this point of time, we are just focusing on data, not the other field. So we will be just focusing on all the rules that are related to data. There are other rules as well, but we are focusing on data. So there are various data architects who have designed the data model within this. We talked about data model yesterday. Then we have SQL developer that they are writing the code inside each of these applications to all those data insertion, updation, reporting. Individual, they also have their own reports. After that, we have from here to here, we call data engineer, people who are involved in this field. They are taking data from source and putting into the warehouse after doing all this transformation, extraction, loading, cleansing, all those things they do. They are called data engineers. And they start with the ETL developer, they become data engineer. Then next field is from here to here, the people who we call it data analytics. They are data analysts, people who are doing the data after taking the data from here. They are doing data analysts, they're report developer, then they become the data analyst. And then here, whatever people who are working on this area, they are called data scientists. Now, from here to here, from source till the warehouse, whoever is designing the system, they are called enterprise data warehouse or business intelligence architect. Now, from here to here, till predictive, end to end, who has the entire view of the enterprise data, they are called enterprise information architect. Now we'll see about some of the tools that are used. We talked about that. If it is a relational database, SQL Server, Oracle, IBM, MySQL, who means open source. Postgres has SQL is another open source. SAP, Sybase, Informix, Teradata, Netezza, SAP HANA. These are the various RDBMSs that are big. There are many more, but I've listed this. Now let's talk about some of the ETL tools that are used in the ETL tool are the people who, the data engineer who are using the ETL tools. They are using Microsoft SSIS, it is called Integration Services, Oracle ODI, Data Integrator, it is called Oracle Data Integrator. IBM has a product called Data Stage. Informatica is itself a company and they have the product for, they are big known in the ETL field. Then we have a Talent software that is open source. We have a Pentaho open source, and there are many more. I've just listed a few so that you can, if you are interested, you can go in details and figure out what these tools are and how they are used. Then we'll talk about reports. Microsoft Power BI, Microsoft Reporting Services. Microsoft has two different flavor of reporting. One, the Power BI is used for dashboarding. The other one is used for normal analytical reporting. SAP has Tableau. This is a competitor of Power BI. SAP has also Crystal Report. Then IBM has something called Cognos. TIBCO has a Spotfire. Jaspersoft is another open source in the reporting domain. So this will give you, and in the statistical modeling, what people are doing these using these days are R is open source. Python, this is a very widely popular programming language these days, and it is very popular now. It has gone into school syllabus. So if you want to explore, start anything, this is the right guy. I just saw my kids' school computer science in the 9th, and they have added Python. Now they are talking about data science in the 9th, 10th now. Then this is the SAS. SAS is a very expensive and tool, and this is very supposed to be one of the best tool to do data modeling in statistical modeling. And IBM SAS is a company itself, and they have their tool. IBM has also a tool that is used for statistical modeling that is called SPSS. So this particular is the overall different role that if you are working, if you plan to work in this domain, these are the various role you can see yourself, which one suits you, and how you can progress. You can start from here, move to here, move to here, move to here. We'll go to now. Next, what we will do, we'll try to cover some of the use cases. So this, there are 2-3 use cases I have picked up from a few of my projects, and I will try to explain how the data science is used in these projects. One is, this is a company called OptimizeRx, pharma company in US. So what they do is, this company is very important to learn the business. If you want to understand and do a good job in field of data, you need to understand what this company, what this business is all about, what they are doing, how they are doing, and what they want from us in terms of reporting or analytics, and how these reports will help them in their business. If you know everything, then only you will be able to do a justice to this job, whatever been assigned. What these guys are doing is, we have something called MR in India, right? Medical representative. So what pharma company, they, whenever they launch a new, or whatever medicine they launch, then this the MR goes to the different hospitals and doctors, and then they tell about their product, medicines, and then coupons and all those things. And this is how they kind of campaigning of a medicine. This is how we are doing in India. But in US, it is done online. And how it is done, we'll talk about that. In earlier in US also, there was doctors were writing handwritten prescriptions. That prescription, there was a big job in India for that, medical translators. And those prescriptions people used to scan and send to India, and there were a lot of medical professionals who used to work and they used to translate it English in some kind of Word document and send it, because it's very difficult to read doctor's language. So that was a big business, but now that has all gone. There is no such business. Why? Because in US now they are using softwares to doctors, and in India also it has started. A lot of hospitals are encouraging doctors to use the software, no handwritten prescriptions. And in US they are using, this is some of, it's called EHR, electronic health records, EMR, electronic medical records, and some medical prescription. And these hospitals, there are like 200 different software companies. They are providing this kind of products, and they are selling it to different hospitals, and hospitals are using it, doctors are using it, and it is a kind of portal. And it is available on the mobile app, also on the computer portal. And they go, so here is the patient go to the hospital, doctors go to the hospital or a clinic, and then they use this electronic media to do the diagnosis and prescription. And when they are using this electronic media, if you have seen, you all have seen, whenever you use Google or anywhere, you see a lot of ads coming on the left side of the panel, top, here and there. All those ads are going. That is how they make money from these ads. So these also portals has certain space left for the ads, and those space are booked by certain companies who want to put their ad here in this box. And this is the company Optimizer X has some, they are calling these channel partners. They have a contract with some of these EHRs and MRs, and they have booked certain space in their portal, and in that portal they publish their messages. Okay, so we have doctors, we have patients, and now what they do actually, the pharma company, they are producing a lot of drugs, and they don't do marketing themselves, and there is no concept of MR. Then we have these type of company. There are a lot of such companies who are promoting their medicines, running campaigns for them. They get a deal from this pharma companies. Pharma companies give an annual deal to promote certain list of medicine. They will provide the details of the medicine. And then it is up to this company, and then they have certain criteria that what is the success rate, how they will know that you are promoting. It is based on the clicks and the impressions. There are two words that are widely used in the portal. Impression is some ad that spends some minimum, a user spends some minimum amount of time to look at it. It is called impression. And click is when you click it. So how many impressions are there, how many clicks are there? Based on that, it is a success criteria that you were able to promote my medicine. So these companies, pharma companies, are giving this. Now how they will send? Now they have two type of things. One is the banner messages. Messages means details about the medicine. Other coupons is about 10%, 20% discount if you. So they have to send this here in the ad portion. So whenever a doctor comes, patient comes, and they start diagnosis or writing whatever, then these portals send a API to this optimizer In that API, they provide certain details that these are the patient details, these are the doctors. There is in US, all doctors are registered. They have a 11-digit code. It is called NPI, National Practitioner Identification, and government publishes the list details of that. And it is they are taking data from this government NPPES. They are also taking from FDA data about drugs. Whenever you want to sell any drug, you have to register it with the Food and Drug Administrator. So they are taking data from this. There is FDB is another first data bank. They are selling data. They are in the business. They are doing some medical. They are taking this FDA data and enhancing to a more extent that can be of more use. And they are buying this data from FDA. Based on these three, they have written machine learning that if the pharma company has given them a contract to sell, to promote some medicine that is used for cardiac disease, then an API has come here saying that the patient looks like the diagnosis. There is a diagnosis code. It will send the diagnosis code. And diagnosis code, it is a standard code. That means that a wide range of disease it covers. So based on that, they will run that algorithm, machine learning algorithm, and find what all for this particular scenario, what is the best possible campaign we are running. How many messages qualify to this particular API applying all those rules. And there will be 1, 2, 3, 4, more than that, because they are doing marketing for a lot of companies. And after that, because they can send only one message, so what they are doing, they are sending it to Google. Google has a product called Google Ad Manager, and they have the world's best algorithms, best possible message that can possibly a doctor can look at, and this may be relevant to this particular patient. So from here, they have their own algorithm. They are running this algorithm, machine learning algorithm, to find out which possible campaign or medicine campaign they can send for this particular API, return of this for this banner to be published here in the message. They send it to Google, and Google immediately runs their own algorithm out of they send 10 messages, and then Google runs an algorithm, and then it says, no, this is the first, the second one is the best one that should go. Then it will send the second one. And if the quality of image was good enough, it stayed, and the doctor had a view of it, then the Google knows that it is an impression. If they click at it, Google knows as it is a click. So impression count and click count, Google Ad Manager has all those, and they provide back to this company. Similarly, in case of coupons, exactly, because coupon, the pharma gave a series of coupons, 1,000 number of coupons, and every time they send a coupon, it is a unique number. They randomly, they will be given the 1 to 1,000. You generate the coupon number. They will 1, 2, 3. And in US, if the doctor has prescribed certain medicine, and if they are using this coupon, so doctor, this prescription will directly go to the pharma to the medicine company electronically. Whichever medicine company you have been buying, it will go there, and then they will it is their responsibility to redeem the coupon, and then they will contact this optimizer X, and this is how the loop is closed. And they know that we send almost 10 coupons today, 2 of them people were redeemed. It means 2 of the doctors really use those coupons, really prescribe those medicines. And this is how they know that it's successful. And every day they are working to improving so that their success rate is high in terms of impression and clicks. And that is the KPI for them. This entire company is all online. and this all this information they are monitoring counts of impression and counts of clicks, and that is the success. If it is not to the expectation for which they have been contracted, at least there should be 100 impressions, and if they are not reaching that, it means there is something wrong in their rule.
Aditya, I have a question here. Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, this impressions. You're talking about impressions.
Impressions
That
and clicks.
impressions are
Clicks and impressions.
and
There are two
the
things.
clicks.
Yeah.
Right. So how authentic are they in
Clicks
terms
are
of
having
authentic.
Clicks are very authentic. You
No,
will get
clicks are authentic. That I understand.
impression.
But the point is
Impression.
that if you have to decide the quality of a medicine and the effectiveness of a medicine, suppose that which medicine is more effective in terms of a treatment, or it has got its more wider scale of application. So this impression will determine the use of medicines.
No.
I mean, you are.
See, I am trying to. This is. I am a company. I am running a
Yeah.
campaign, and I got Sun Pharma. I offer from a deal from Sun Pharma to promote my medicine called Amexite.
Mhm.
Okay, so what I will do? I know that this Amexite drug is used for these diagnosis, and who are the doctors working in this area, and then I will approach to that doctor and then show them this medicine, what is this effect, what is the side effect, what is this medicine, what is it is how it is different from their competitor with the same chemical, and also some kind of discount or coupon they want to offer. So that is how MRs are doing this. This is the same thing they are doing, but they are, instead of somebody physically visiting, medical representative is physically visiting the doctor or the hospital, they are sending messages on the website portal. When you go to the Google, you open a mail, suddenly one I should send. Then it will send it to Google Ad Manager. Based on the Google Ad Manager has more used database. They have a better, they have an ocean of data, and they have the best algorithm. And they run their own algorithm based on the 5. Highly likely this third number will, they will do a reprioritization and send this third number message to the portal. And this happens so quickly that immediately message starts coming. And when it message come, it is impression. Impression has a low weightage, click has a more weightage. Click is something you clicked, it means you showed some interest. Impression has low weightage, click has more weightage. They are these companies getting paid by this pharma based on the impression, how many impressions you are getting, how many clicks, and they will not trust them, but they will trust Google Ad Manager. This is a third party. And this guy is providing number of impressions, number of clicks. And they will trust, oh no, this guy is he has recommended my medicine for that has 10 clicks today and 15 impressions, and he will be paid based on that. The pharma company will pay based on. This is a very good example where we are using machine, and this will eventually come in India. We are following that. Not good hospitals in Delhi and Gurgaon. We are seeing they are encouraging, and now even the consumers, the patients are. They want doctor. No, please type in my prescription, because it is easy to read, and it is a digital, and it is saved in their portal. You don't need to carry all those papers. And you can see all your historical prescription. You go to the Medanta.com, you have an account, and you see all the prescription reports, everything like that. And now if this happens, now they are using the portal, and then in the portal, down the messages, banners will start coming, and slowly you see where we are going. It's very important. We'll talk about that later today. Where we are going, where tech trend is going. Reduce human work where no significant brain is required. If a human is doing a very procedural job, step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if then else, replace him with computer bots. Why we will pay them? Not only paying, there are significant cost for an employee. When you hire an employee, you have his PF, medical, and then you have his own nakhada. Friday fever, weekend fever, Monday nahi aayenge, weekend fever ho gaya. How come now this is a new disease has come in new generation? They are very sick in one day. Next day they are running in the hall. They are running. One day sickness, and this is significantly hampering the project progress. This is unplanned leave. Suddenly they will fall sick on Friday. If there is a long weekend, they will fall sick, and very severely sick. Now pick up the phone also, and they're all now. We work on a sprint, agile methodology. Those days are gone when project used to run for months and years and quarters and all those things. We have 2 weeks of a sprint. In 2 weeks, we are given a stories based on the team strength, and we have to close those stories, show the output, and next sprint another story. If there is for any reason was not done, it will be a backlog. You have to do the next sprint, and this will also as a backlog, and this will keep adding to your. So this is how the competitive age has come, and this is, we will talk about that more. So we'll go to some other. This is another interesting one. Like Walmart in US, here we have Reliance, and in UK there is a very famous retail company, Tesco. They have a lot of food chains and retail shops, and they sell everything, anything and everything in UK. Now, they were struggling in merchandise business. Merchandise is food art. They are the leading in the food in UK. Merchandise, they were struggling with the competing with the online vendors like Amazon and all other stuff. So what they came up with this approach, that reactive pricing, not reactive, proactive pricing. So what they are doing is, and there are a lot of people who are selling the data. There are companies who are selling the data. So they run something called web scraping. They will go behind the website, they open the website, they will click. It is a program. It will click. They know it will write a program. Go there, click there, see the product and what is the price. Take the price and come up. Go to several these websites, take the price. So there is external company who they mapped all the Tesco merchandise goods to their competitors, and this company was getting all the competitor price on initially they started with daily and then they put it intraday. Within the day also, if the competitor has a price, then whatever competitor price it will come, and then they have this algorithm, price optimization, SPSS. This is all IBM technology they have used, SPSS they have used, and any company is running a business to make profit. So they will have certain minimum margin. They will not sell below that. But above the minimum margin, they want to maximize profit and even try to beat the competitor. And if Amazon is changing a price of a product, this guy will quickly come to know that there is a change. Amazon has dropped its price, and immediately this rule engine will see if we can beat this Amazon. It is not always they will reduce, because they have their own minimum margin and all those logics are here. And if there are all those logics, if it is able to satisfy, then it will directly change the price without any intervention. If there are some exceptions, then exceptions will go for approval to the concerned product manager, that this is a recommended price, can you approve? Then he approves, then it applies. So this is how they were able to compete in the merchandise business with the online vendors. They called it intelligent system for Tesco to respond with an optimized price. Again, a price change by whenever their competitor will change the price, and they have this contract with this external vendor who was supplying the data. Then they had the good quality of capturing the data from the website, and they used to send the data, and they used to take immediate action to give a better than the competitor. And they were using SPS engine, forecasting algorithm, and all those things. So this is one of the good examples that we have used in Tesco. We'll go to the another one. This is a debt collection. What is debt collection? Suppose you go in bank, a lot of people are taking loan and various other things. Credit card, people are using credit card, and then if you are not paying for a long time, what will happen? We have never thought about what happens. Suppose I took money from, I withdraw credit, I took use my credit card for 1 lakh shopping and I'm not paying and I'm not responding to the emails, to the letters, and sometimes now I'm absconding. What will happen? And there are many such customers. So there is a process of debt collection. So every quarterly, these financial company figure out that these are the debt they have. These are the customers who have not been responding. They chased, but they are not responding. And now it looks like a bad debt. Like we will lose this money. So they will give this details to some debt collecting agency. And then they will chase you. They will threaten you. They will visit your house. They will keep calling you. They have a lot of other information details to figure out what if you have switched off your mobile, what is your other contact number? Who are your relatives? They will try to put pressure in you so that you return the money. And if the amount is used, they will also go for a legal action. Now, why they will do? Because they get some money from. So this is a contract between financial company and the debt. That this is a list of 100 defaulters, and total amount comes out to be 1 million. And if you are able to recover whatever you are able to recover me, I will pay you 10% of it, 20% of it. And then they will chase, and they will get whatever money recovered, they will pay. Now, there is a company called Encore in US. What they do, in US, what happens, like Bank of America, it is not, they want to be transparent. So every quarterly or annually, they will publish a tender. They will invite all to bid for it. I have 50,000 bad debts, and they will provide certain details, but details for them, and they will give some time to bid for it. They will give customer name, certain number, certain information that is good enough for them, and they buying data from a lot of places, and then they run this algorithm. They have been using SAS. How likely I will be able to recover this money from this customer, this type of customer, not exactly same customer, but based on the customer attributes, how likely is I am able to recover? And then based on that, they will and then they will add on their profit or what operating cost is, and then they will bid. And similarly, other debt company will bid, and then bank will take whatever decision based on the bid. So this is what this company was doing, and this is a very widely known company in US, and there were a lot of good data scientists. One floor was just full of data scientists, because this all depends upon their scoring mechanism. If they are giving wrong prediction, then this company will be losing money. They will not be able to recover anything, and then on track. So this is another very good example of that we have done project using some kind of machine learning or prediction. Now we'll move quickly to the yesterday that we have one of our viewer asking about sentiment analysis. I haven't done any project in sentiment analysis, but I tried to figure out some of the stuff for him. It is called text mining. So whatever you are seeing data in in form of a sentence or a text. Either it can be in the social media, it can be in the your some news portal, anything, and then you try to figure out. You look for, again, there is, again, this works on based on the keywords searching. So we collect data and then clean. There may be the data quality is not good. People are typing very, very quickly. There will be a lot of typos, grammar, and then they will do some automatic typo correction, grammar correction, so that the data quality is good. And then they will analyze and then extract the sentiment. What exactly people are thinking about it, suppose. And the methodology that is used is called NLP, natural language processing. And this is a very good example of unstructured data processing. Data is not structured. If it is structured, it is very, very easy to extract and analyze, but it is not a structure. We don't know. We have to grab, we have to we are looking for certain text, like a new movie was Brahma, and then some other who would add other keywords they are looking, rating and all those things they are looking. And once they got and there are tools to help them. So these are the tools that is called Natural Language Toolkit. These are open source. You can download and use. SpiceSci, TextBot, TextSci. There are very good tool coming from Amazon. These are paid tools. Amazon has Comprehend. IBM Watson has its API services, you can call them. And the charges are based on the API services, how many times you are calling the API. Microsoft also has a text analytics API. Google Cloud also has an NLP API. So you call the API based on that, and then they will provide you. And they are using some natural language generation, equivalent understanding, text planning, sentence planning, and then they come up with what is the sentiment of the people. This is all, most of the time, even your election, they also do this kind of sentiment analysis. New products are launched. What people are talking about this product, iPhone 14, what people are talking about. Sometimes people do competitive research, what people are talking about other product, my competitors' product. And people are doing some market research. People trying to as a better sales, less market share. They also use this kind of analytics. Now we are here, future technology trend. What is future we are seeing from here? There will be huge digitalization in India. We have seen already in the Western side, but there will be. It is already in process, and it will go very deep. And this digitalization will generate a lot of data, and this our data topic is also a part of digitalization. Boats. I'm not. If you bought a lot of portal, you go and try to open the portal, then somebody will say, "Can I help you?" And you are looking for something, and then in that portal you go to apple.com, and then you want some to research, then somebody will pop up, "Can I help you?" Yes, my name is Sam, how can I help you? So you type something, then he will answer something. Type something, you'll answer something, and slowly this is a computer which is typing, which is chatting with you, and it has an algorithm, and it is working on some kind of data. If customer asks this question, the next you ask this. If he answers this, then ask this. If he answers that, then ask this. So he narrows down so that he knows the answer. and then he will give you the answer. If it gets confused because this is still a program and you are giving some absurd answer that is not there in his database, then he will say, sorry, I will transfer your request to the sales representative or customer care. But it will keep you looping quite a significant iteration to narrow down your problem and answer you. So all these call centers jobs, they are going to go away. They're not using it. They're not doing anything. Call this guy. You want to take a credit card. This is offer. You don't need this. What can do that? You have a small problem. You call center. My statement. This all bot will do. They log into your account, and even some of the companies have already done that in ICICI and a lot of other. If you want to take customer service, it is a paid. Otherwise, you use automatic. And they will loop you. They will give the customer service option. If you go call them, it will be very down in the road. Press 1, press 2, press 3, press 4, and at the end they will say press 9 for customers. They are reducing this all call centers because this is a overhead. They want to reduce the operating. This is operating cost. There is significant competition in the market. If they want to survive in the market, they have to reduce the operating cost. And this is operating cost that can be easily reduced. There is no brain applied there. And this all will be going to boards. Infrastructure, this was a corona effect. In corona, suddenly in all over the world, people were very hesitant to go. Cloud is new. Cloud has been there for last 10, 15 years. But people has been hesitant. Oh, my data will go to the cloud. My data is sensitive. My competitor will look at it, and then what will happen? So they were very hesitant to go to cloud. And then only the small startups were going into the cloud because it was cheaper, but the big companies were still maintaining in-premise, lot of big machines and a lot of technical people to maintain those machines and the disaster recovery and all those things, infrastructure people, IT people, all those. Now suddenly when corona happened, now everybody is working from home. And they see that, and then there is a significant cost reduction. And they are able to work. And initially they thought IT services will be disrupted, but in fact it did well. All these IT company made good money in the corona because they were able to reduce cost. All the rental and the TA, DA people left and right were traveling in the air, guest house, billing, food and parties and all those things, all was zero. So this will stay. It will not be. There will be all now. People are more open. Earlier they were thinking, oh, people working from home, they will work or not, I don't know. But now they have seen the productivity is not less, if not more. And that also encourages them to move the infrastructure. Now suddenly there is a mad rush. Everybody wants to move to cloud. And we have a significant shortage of technical people to help them in their cloud migration. That is another good opportunity. Zero code. If you go to any to register, you want some domain, you go to godaddy.com and you register. And then when you register, you want some domain of your name, you can register it. And then they will say, oh, can you build, you want to build your website? Okay, we'll help you. Click, 15 clicks and your website is ready. And it is not bad, quite decent. Why I will pay now website development? to people who are doing all the portal development. So all these things that is not using a lot of brain, human brain, simple click, they are all this zero code. This is going to voice enablement. Initially, we started when there was when the mouse was not there, graphical was not there, character CUI, we used to call character user interface. It was a dumb terminal and data entry, like you have to put tab, it will go to the next field, tab, it will go to the next step, and then escape and tab. This is how you save. F4, F5, you have to remember all those keys and then do the data entry. After that, GUIs came, then people started enjoying this mouse and all those graphical features and all those things. After that, we have mobile app. Human by nature is lazy. They want to get the things done in minimum effort. Oh, why will I go to, if I have to book a ticket, why will I open my computer and go to the portal? We'll do it from the my so mobile apps. Now, even now we are talking about people interacting with the system, and I want to book a ticket. You will interact. You will not even now going to mobile app and even clicking, touch of, typing also. I want to book a ticket from Delhi to give me the prices, and your app will give the prices. There is already some things have come. If you have seen this, Amazon gives some music system, then you talk to them and then they will run their song, they will tell today's news and weather and all those things. Google also has that. And significant work is going on in this field. So there will be voice enabled UI. Data monitoring. Now we are so much of data is being captured now through this initiative that is going on, digitalization. Now everything will be data driven. All the decisions, everything will be data driven. People who has a good collection of data is the richest man, and he will sell the data, and people will buy it because this data will give them the edge over computer, and they want this ready to use data that will help them, and this is data monetization. So this is what we are going into. You may have started seeing these certain things will come, but this is in direction we are going. Now, this is the future. Now, what is the challenge? How we want to address this? The step like call center jobs, simple designing portal or simple writing .NET and all those things are not going to help much. Understand the concept and build your ability to build logic. That is where all the jobs will be there. Some logical thing in your brain and then apply your logical thing. Good people with good attitude, good discipline was always there in the market, will remain there. They are highly well. People are looking. Organization is looking for loyal people, and they are ready to pay any salary to them. If they trust this guy is the key for me. He'll save my company from. If he's there, he will handle this application. Any issue, I don't need to worry about it. So those kind of people are in high demand. Then we probably our academia also need to refocus where we need to focus, which stream we need to focus. Simple, the way we have been teaching computer engineering is not going to help. We have to add more mathematics and statistics. Don't see much of this. Hardly you will see any good in statistical institute with the name of a statistical institute. One is you're in Kolkata, Indian Statistical Institute. There is one in Chennai, some it is called Chennai Institute of Mathematics or something, Mathematical Institute, something. Hardly find that. And because this is where the logic is. If you encourage people to do more math, more statistics, it means the guy is applying the brain. The guy is able to build logic. And if he is applying brain, everybody has the same brain. Is able to apply the logic, apply the brain, then this guy is of use for me. Industry is looking for a hands-on graduate. Now those days are gone when people goes to the BTech and enjoy 4 years of career. I already got engineering, now let's enjoy, party, and we'll get a job. Company will come, used to come and take them and then give us 6 months of training and those things. After the corona, all those trainings have, because these are all operating expenses. They want to cut down. And now they are able to get people. There are people, there are students even in smaller institutes and those institutes, they are encouraging to do a lot of industry internship and introduce a lot of curriculum that helps them to if you want to excel, you have to think out of the box. Something new. It may look initially absurd, but yeah, that is fine. At least I try to think something. No bhed chal. India we used to call bhed chal. If one suddenly few people started engineering, all people going to engineering. People started computer science, all will go to computer science. Started data science, everybody will go to data science, bhed chal, without analyzing whether it is good for me or not. And research work. So we are still India, we are mostly doing services. So all the products are still owned by the US and Europe, IBM, Informatica, SAP, all these products. The product is being built there. We are learning that product and providing services. That's all we are. We need to build product in India. And how we will do that, we are not, this research work need to be, we need to encourage, we need to facilitate, we need to provide funds, encourage people to go to the research work, provide funds in the research work, enough incentive in the research work, so that people immediately after graduation or MS, they will not go for a job. They will go, they will do more research and come up with some new product, new concept. Government has a big role to play. And the last project I did was with Ramco Systems. Ramco Systems is a very old Chennai-based company, and one of the rare Indian company who has some products. They have ERP product, they have SCM product, and they have logistic product, and they are selling in India and even in the ASEAN and the Asia Pacific markets. And their Singapore government recognized this company, and they allowed them to set up a lab. They funded, half of the fund was coming from Singapore research lab. Half of the fund Singapore government used to do, and half of the fund Ramco used to do, and then they came up with some very good ideas about human resource management. One of them was face recognition. And when you go to Ramco, any Ramco people who are using Ramco SCN, you go to the entrance. There is a camera in and out. We have two separate camera. You go to in. You look at the. This is a simple iPhone is there. Camera. Any phone is there. Camera is there. You go there. They will recognize your face. Yeah, you are checked in. And similarly, when you are checking out, you go to the out camera and then checked out. No swiping, nothing. And this was quite popular when in Corona times, where people were saying that, oh, let's not touch anything and all those things were there. This was quite impressive, and a lot of people, a lot of companies bought that concept from Ram. A lot of other things they have done. You can book your time sheet from WhatsApp. You can apply for leave from your WhatsApp. They have integrated all their HR application with the WhatsApp. Anything you want to do, you can do from the WhatsApp. You can interact with your HR, some kind of a small bot. They call it, that they have given the name Ramco Chia, and you can interact. Hi Chia, how are you? Can you apply leave for me for next Monday? Yes, sure, I can do. And they will apply leave, and it will directly go to your manager. So now, what is the way forward? So these are the challenges we have. So in case you want to, I will be talking mostly on the data. You want to get into data domain, create some passion for, love for data. How will you do that? How do you know whether you have love for data or not? Microsoft Excel should be there in everybody. Everybody these days should have a computer, their own computer. And there should be Excel. I'm not sure you have used it or not. Please start using it. This is quite a good tool. You can do wonders in Excel. And a lot of people who cannot afford this software, they are doing data analytics in Excel only. Go to Kaggle. Kaggle is a site. It has a wide variety of data sets. You want data related to airline, you can get it. You want data related to healthcare, you can get it. Whichever area of interest, download the data, open in Excel, and then play around with it. See the pattern, look for a pattern. Does this data make any sense to you? What is the inference you are deriving from this data set? If you are given this, I gave you this data and gave you 4 days of time, and then you come and say, what is the data tells a story. This data should have given a story, and you should, after 4 days, you should come, this is the moral. Moral. So this is what, after looking at the data, this is my moral. So if you are going in that direction, if you are generating that kind of interest, then you are in the right field. Analytical thinking, look for puzzle solving attitude. Try to quite a supercomputer. We have supercomputer. We are not using to the extent it should use it. Domain knowledge. This is where boat will not replace domain knowledge. And this is a very tactical problem with IT people. We come from IT. Oh, tell me what to do. Give me a spec. You want this to be this minus this plus this, without understanding what they want, what they want to do, whatever spec they will code it. And I coded based on the spec, and it is doing as expected. They never understood what exactly what they wrote it, what exactly was the objective, why this spec was given, what was the, and they never saw. That is not my area. That is your area, business analysis. But we people in IT need to show some more interest in the domain. Pick up any domain of your end. How insurance business works, how finance business works. People who are highly paid are the financial analyst, investment analyst. How this works. How logistic, warehouse optimization. That is another big thing that is coming up. Warehouse optimization, logistics. How to effectively use your warehouse, how to effectively use your transportation that is carrying your goods from all over the India.
Aditya, if I may intervene, there are some question answer sessions also to be there.
Okay, so I am done with it.
Yeah,
I am done with it. So this is, I think, okay, so we are going above 9 now.
Yeah.
So yeah, we will take questions. If anybody has any questions, we'll take those questions.
Sir, good evening. I'm from Hyderabad.
Yeah.
I work for an engineering college.
Yeah, please.
Just wanted to know some links by means of which we can download dataset other than Kaggle and Kera.
Kaggle, you know?
Femina?
I have been downloading data from Kaggle and Kera.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, the Trans Neuron Technology Limited AGM, Swapnil Roy is here. He want to speak something regarding his company and the course conducted by his company. After that, he is also here and you are also here. तो उसके बाद थोड़ा सा क्वेश्चन आंसर सेशन रख लेंगे. तो जो अभी क्वेश्चन जो पूछ रही थी उनके लिए सॉरी है ना, जरा 1-2 मिनट जा. तो स्वप्निल सर, यू आर हियर, तो काइंडली स्पीक समथिंग एंड टेल अस अबाउट your planning, your company and your future and about the data science. Okay. Swapnil sir here?
Yeah. I'm here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, hi.
Yes, sir. Swapnil sir. So, sorry for sir delay.
No worries. Actually, it was so insightful session that even I was involved searching a lot of keywords, right? So I'm not very much expert in this, but Aditya's session was so scholarly that it put me into force to Google all those few things. But it is way a good session, I would say. Now I say that now we need to apply these knowledge, right? What we are learning right now, because I feel applied knowledge is power, and a lot of opportunities are there for all the freshers, and that's, I would say, especially the trained freshers, right? For them, if they are rightly equipped, right, there's a dearth of requirements, a lot of vacancies are there, and if you have the sound knowledge in the field of analytics, I would say any specialization of data science, that will surely take or elevate your corporate career way faster than any conventional beginning in IT field. So we have some few programs from Hitachi Vantara. As Aditya sir was mentioning about the Pentaho integration tool. So Hitachi Vantara has already purchased that Pentaho part, and that will be the part of the curriculum. This entire program has been designed by Bill Shimaru. I'm sure that Aditya sir must be knowing. He had served Hitachi for close to 21 years, has served as a CEO of the organization. currently is a technical consultant with Dell and EMC. So we ensure that the entire program has a very common curriculum in India, Malaysia, US, and Ireland. And I'll speak to you and I'll share all the details if needed to all the participants. Right? I'll not take much of the time because I know we have already crossed the time limit. So we can directly jump to the questions and answers. Yeah, Famina, you may ask the question from others.
Anyone ask any questions regarding the sessions? And Swapnil Rai is here, and Aditya sir is here, and Professor Rashid sir is also here. So anyone can ask the questions, please.
So this is Fahmina from Hyderabad. I work for an engineering college, so just wanted to know the links by means of which we can download data set, accessing Kaggle and Kera. But apart from this two, if we have to take any other data set, then what would you suggest?
There are some paid links if you are really interested and do some research in certain field. You want there are paid links which you can buy data, and become a member, or you can visit government sites, and there are a lot of data that government also publishes. Like I was telling, go to npss.org, and then you will get all the quite a 100 millions of doctors that are there in the US. They will get all the data. You go to fda.org, you will get download all the data, and they are official. They are providing feed on a monthly basis, and all people are consuming that feed. And they are also you get data about all the products, medicines. Similarly, Government of India also has a lot of data. You go to the government state site, they also will having data. But if you now you are at a stage where you have already done some homework with Kaggle, and now you want to do some really good quality of analytics, probably you may want to get into some membership to buy some paid data.
Thank you, sir. And one more query is, like, if we just wanted to go into statistical analysis, would it be good to go with MATLAB or SAS would be good?
SAS is a paid tool. It is highly expensive. So if you have access to SAS, nothing like that. If your organization or your institute has a SAS license and they have given you access, nothing like that. But if not, then please, MATLAB is also good, and R, and whatever you want to use. They are all good for learning. Even Python is good, very good for learning. So there are scientists who are doing research in this field, in the statistical field, and whatever they come to a conclusion, they publish a library, and they provide instruction how to use the library. And then in Python or R, you just include that library and start using it. You don't need to do all the research. All the reinvent the wheel. He has done all the. You want to connect to Oracle, CX_Oracle, download it in the Python, include it. Then they provide 5 different functions: how to connect to Oracle, how to read the data, how to insert the data. Use it. You don't need to worry about it. A lot of people, scientists, are using this R. That is the advantage of R and Python. Open source, and all the research scholars are using it, and they are publishing new libraries every day. It's quite a rich library, and so we'll encourage to use that.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thanks for responding to the questions.
Thank you.
Swapnil sir, I want to ask the questions. सर आप ये बता रहे थे कि जिस तरह से हिटाची के साथ आपने कोलैबोरेशन किया है, तो मतलब आपके प्लेसमेंट किस तरह से मतलब जो भी आपके यहाँ से जो हिटाची से जो सर्टिफिकेट एडवांस कोर्स करते हैं डाटा साइंस में, तो आप प्लेसमेंट किस तरह से करवाते हैं सर? थोड़ा सा ब्रीफली बता दिए प्लीज.
Okay. Rafiq ji, basically this program is of close to 150 hours duration, and we have put 2 parameters. Like students have to score 80% in the final project, and attendance of 75% is sacrosanct for this entire program. Okay, so if the students are clearing these two parameters, they are getting all the helping hand from our side. There's a complete assurance from Hitachi also for the placement. Obviously, they should be technically sound in order to crack the interviews, and will be giving the complete LMS. So there is going to be complete transparency while the students will be applying for the jobs. So they can just check their skill set and they can directly apply to the jobs, which will be visible on the portal directly on the LMS. Okay. Before they go for the real interviews, we ensure that they have a lot of mock interviews also, where we can work upon all the gray areas so that they can clearly, go for the real time interviews. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, though this is an advanced certificate course or diploma course, yeah,
It's a
simple. This is the advanced.
Yeah, this is the
This is advanced certificate course.
advanced certification. Right. This is not the
This
degree,
is a fully
not the
online.
diploma program.
This is a fully online program, no?
It is a completely online also. From last 2 years we have been doing it virtually, but if needed at any given time, because we see that this year there is a future where trainers from Hitachi can reach to the specific premises. Right? But if you want to go for a hybrid also, that is also possible. If you are interested completely Rafiki for virtual, right, that will be also possible.
तो सर इसमें टीचर्स मतलब किस तरह से कहाँ से होते हैं, IIT मद्रास है या और दूसरे इंस्टीट्यूशन?
इसमें जो ट्रेनर्स हैं, they are directly from Hitachi Vantara itself. They don't entertain any third-party vendors, nothing like that, or it's freelance trainers. Neither on the test certificate also only Hitachi Vantara's name will be mentioned. Digital badge will be also given to all the students who are successfully completing these programs. And they are giving the assurance of a minimum CTC is going to be around 6 LPA for freshers.
What is the fee structure of this program?
Fee structure is going to be
32,000 for
STEM courses.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And anyone else to want to ask the questions, Aditya sir and Swapnil sir, then they can ask. Anyone else? So I think Rashid sir, we should wind up.
Yes, of course.
Sir, this session is the wonderful, and I have sent to you the feedback. बहुत लोगों ने अच्छा फीडबैक दिया है, बहुत ही ज़्यादा इंफॉर्मेटिव सेशन रहा है ये, इतना ज़्यादा नॉलेज, मतलब इतना ज़्यादा लोगों को नॉलेज हुई है, लोगों ने बहुत ही अप्रिशिएट किया है. तो थैंक यू सर, आदित्य सर एंड राशिद सर एंड स्वप्निल सर. एंड राशिद सर, प्लीज say something about your experience about this session. So you are also the very important person of this session. कल भी आप आज पूरे सेशन रहे सर, आज भी पूरे सेशन रहे सर. थैंक यू सर. तो प्लीज say something about this, Rashid sir.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Rafiq, for inviting me to say a few words for the resource person, Mr. Aditya Nath and Swapnil Roy. The sessions were very useful from the point of view of those who want to do something on science, those who make an opening on data science, and those who want to really see that what data science can do for them. So the sessions were very packed one, and yesterday's session was very packed one, and I have been getting, and I am looking at the text messages that all the participants, they are asking for the slides that Aditya has drawn up, right? And they are just getting a kind of a inkling that they can be, they future out of it. also, you see, I'm a layman to this field, but I can see in the most simplistic terms, Aditya has shared so many technical things, highly technical things has been shared in the most simple words, which any layman can understand. If you look at the slides, they are tailor-made slides for any science or data science experts or any person who's coming from a field of science, engineering, computer, statistics. So that is the beauty of these slides. And I think that years of experience that has left Aditya to see this kind of work that he has been doing in different fields, that has really helped all the participants, right? Because yesterday when I was talking to Mr. Rafiq after the session was over, he said that please don't go by just the number that is there on the dashboard here. There are so many participants on the Facebook also and the YouTube also. So if you combine all the data you see, there are plenty that they are accessing these kind of slides, and there is a lot of demand coming for these kind of information. Not simply information, rather very value-packed informations are there, right? And I'm sure that people who have seen data science not simply as a career, they must see data science as a kind of a new opening of knowledge, new vistas of knowledge to be explored in that terms. So that is also a very important point. Not that what Mr. Aditya has said, that that if everybody if the flock of sheep is going to one side of the career, everybody is rushing towards that, and that he has very impeccably stated that look before you leave. So the data science business is also a big ocean business, this ocean enterprise, and I think that people who are doing engineering, who are doing computer engineering, electronics engineering, or artificial engineers and business studies, they must give again a relook at the data science that is happening these days. So I take it as a privilege and as a great honor to thank the resource persons, Mr. Adityanath, who has done a lot of hard work for our